All right.
Cool.
We on? We
Yeah,
on?
yeah, I believe so. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I'm noticing the urge to perform again.
We were literally just on Discord having the most casual chat, and
Yeah,
that's it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
yesterday. Amanda was listening, like she was on my lap when we finished just that 15-minute talk when I'd called you
Mhm.
in the evening. It was like a 10-15 minute talk, and she was like, "Bloody hell, you guys go deep, like in a good way, like just like amazing how we can." Just in the 10 minutes or 15 minutes before you're going to go to bed, we
Mhm.
just like, boom, there's just like a whole, a
Yeah, like, oh, we
whole thing.
should have hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And it,
yeah.
and for me at least, there's something about the container hitting record that, like, there's this side of myself that wants to just go, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to I Am. I am this."
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and uh, like force something that isn't me,
Hmm. Yeah,
that
man.
isn't that naturalness with which we just spoke on this talk, Discord.
On Discord. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, just
Yeah.
take a breath, man. Take a breath
Oh yeah.
because like when we talk candidly and we talk like on WhatsApp and sometimes it's the element of not having video on as well, or like you said, not record.
Yeah.
It's just us. We're doing this for us
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And if you want to cut this out, we can. I don't care.
Yeah, of course. No, 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 no. I like this.
So
I like the idea of almost documenting the personal side of it. And the
yeah,
because what we're doing now is just being authentic about how we feel, where we're at.
yeah,
And this is something that I feel that other people will vibe with massively.
absolutely.
Even if this is just for us together and
Yeah.
just to help ourselves
Mm.
coach each other,
Yeah, because like
documenting.
if anything, we don't want anyone to put us on some sort of pedestal because that's such a typical thing, right? When you have like and this isn't just in the manifestation space, this is everywhere. Look how we like idolize celebrities and things like that, and we put them on pedestals and
Mm,
fucking king and queen and presidents and everything like that. It's like, oh, they are something, they're
yeah.
like up here. We
Yeah.
automatically put them up there. And you do the same even like with I don't know, a YouTuber who's got 100,000 subscribers and it's like, oh, like
Hmm.
pedestal and if anything, we just wanna be us, we are us, and we are human. And like all humans, we're big piles of dog shit.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just as much complete idiots as everyone else.
yeah, fuck it up.
Just as much geniuses in our own way, you know.
Yeah,
But
but we're human.
that's what I mean is I see a lot, and you can see a lot of what you see, and I'm not going to name any names because it's just so common out there on YouTube, for example. Like
Yeah,
you get all these creators, and they're only showing you a curated side of themselves,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
and there's the element of realness kind of is missing, but
Yep.
people idolize that as well. They're like, oh,
Mm.
they look so great. They look like they have it all sorted. Absolute fucking bollocks.
No, yeah, it's so much like even like just like if
Yeah.
you compare yourself to those people on Instagram or so many even like kids at the age of 11, 12 who are getting on social media and getting depressed and even like the teenage suicide is up because of like this kind of stuff where it's like this ideal that's been presented and there's no way in hell like a teenager can ever live up to that, nor should they.
Mm.
Nor should anyone,
Yeah.
because that's that person. You have no idea what they're going through. They're choosing to present something, but it's not the whole picture.
Hmm.
And then, you're comparing your life, and that's like saying automatic. That's like automatically saying, "I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough."
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
are
It's
in your
just
own way.
perpetuating that narrative of judging,
Mm,
comparison.
yeah. Mm.
I need
You
to be
know,
need to be like,
there are some creators, bless them, who I've seen as well, and like who actually purposely talk about it too, and they say, look, like I have this, I am wealthy, but like this is just a very small portion, and like some of them do, and I think they have a responsibility to as well. Anyone out there who's doing that kind of stuff, it's like you got kids watching you, you know,
mm,
you got kids watching you, so just like we'd all like to think, oh no, like the parents don't let their kids on like social media. It's like you can't fucking stop them once they get a phone or a tablet. Do you think you can stop them? They know how to handle fucking electronics better than, you know,
than you do. Yeah.
better than even me. And I
Mm,
had a computer in the 90s when I was like fucking 8, but like, my kids, the way they handle a tablet. It's like,
mm.
what the fuck? I hate tablets. Fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. So off camera, we were, just before we were really getting into something, and
Mm-hmm.
that will just unfold whatever it is. But like that energy, definitely, we were like, fuck, we're hitting record, and we're recording this because, um, at least for me and for you as well. But I've come I've come through a huge shift, and it's been, let's say, a long time coming in a way because
Mm-hmm.
it was just a moment of absolute decision to stop fucking listening to all of the doubt and all of the fear and everything. And like, if you've done the work, if you've really done the work, but that doesn't mean it's done with. Like, something else can happen in your life that challenges you to a point that you've never been before.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, all of that shit that you've already worked through, the anger, the fear, the guilt, the shame, all of that, it comes up, and it comes up with a vengeance. And and that's what was happening. I was allowing those stories to have power. And I think, when you get bombarded, you have this impression that you're getting bombarded from all sides. You're like, fuck, it's probably best to really isolate and disassociate and detach as much as possible. But I didn't, and I struggled with that for a couple of months. And then yesterday I just went, you know what? Fuck it. Like, fuck it, I'm done. Like, no, no more. And we talked about this before. Like, I set a huge boundary with the ego because it's like we both have to live here. I accept that you are a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm in the driving seat, not you. You're a primitive thing. That, yes, as you said yesterday as well, it's like you have some use, but not in all these other areas. That's my domain.
Yeah,
Your
man.
domain is like survival. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I'm thriving. So yeah, it was like a aha moment, like a switch. And then this morning when I woke up, because I did say as well, like sometimes it will creep in at night. Like you have a great day, and then the next morning you wake up and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Have you ever had those? Like you have a great day in bliss, fucking amazing, synchronicities happening everywhere, like you're just flowing, like everything is just fucking awesome. And then you wake up the next day and it's like, fuck, what
Yeah.
happened? And
Mm,
you're like, ooh. And then there's two things there. Like, yes, you can accept where you are right then, because that is okay. That's fine. But then for me, at least what I've seen, and I've felt it sometimes, almost like this slithering serpenty blanket going over my I don't know, it's like almost like it's like something that just creeps in and just lays this kind of film over me,
mm.
and I haven't even noticed, or like I've just barely perceived it. And this morning I was fully fucking aware of it because I made that commitment yesterday. I was fully aware. I let it have, a minute, and I went, all right, shut the fuck up. And that's
Mm.
it, done.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's like you should worry about this. What about that? Yeah,
Shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah.
no.
And then it's like all these thoughts can start appearing the moment you wake up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, it just creeps in at night, and it's like but then the more you tell it no, it's like setting boundaries, and the biggest boundaries you have to have are with yourself first
Hmm.
as well. And because then you trust yourself, and then yes, you have all this darkness, you have all this anger, which is completely valid, and it can be very powerful and empowering if used correctly.
Hmm.
Um, but you have boundaries with yourself because then you know that you can fully authentically express that anger without destructing,
Hmm.
without self-destructing or destructing anyone else, right? Which would be the same thing. But like, though that's what allows you to trust and have faith in life in general, because if you have faith in yourself and you have faith in the universe or whatever, but it's like that is you.
Yeah.
You make that up. So
It all
you
comes,
first like
yeah, it all comes from within.
go show it to yourself, and then the rest follows.
Mm. And part of that is recognizing that the thoughts that seem to appear automatically aren't something that you're consciously choosing, because you can consciously choose. It's an ability you have, like
Mm,
that you can constantly. Can you choose your next thought? Well, yes, you can. You kind of can. It's like, shall we think about a pink elephant right now?
yeah.
Pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant.
Uh,
But then when you're like, okay, well, I fancy 10 grand in the next week, then you
uh,
have automatic thoughts that come up that say, no, it's not going to happen. No, you don't deserve that. No, this and that.
yeah. And
You,
that's okay. Those thoughts can be there.
yeah, those thoughts can be there. It's when it's when you believe them
Yeah.
so strongly. It's like, this is me, and not realizing that, hold on, I didn't choose those. Those are automatically happening in response
Mm,
to me making a decision.
mm.
It's like, oh, that's not actually me, really. Although all of it is me. That's the ego.
Oh, yeah.
It's the monkey mind that's trying to keep me safe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's literally like, this feels unsafe. I'm used to suffering because that has kept us safe so far. I'm used to playing small because that's kept us safe so far. So what are you doing? Trying to
Mm,
change. It's so
yeah.
afraid of change.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a thought when you talked about the monkey mind because kids it gets expressed sometimes and they're like, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Like and all of this stuff like and then I was thinking maybe with my kids and you with yours, it's like, have you got a monkey in your mind? Start putting that in. Like, have you got a monkey in your mind? You got to tell that monkey to go away. Like,
Mm,
start putting it in early for
mm,
when they are older. They go, "Oh, that's the monkey. I got it. That's go away." You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm,
Like that, I had a thought when you were saying about the monkey mind before. I was like, fuck yeah, because they sometimes, I don't know. So I don't know if it is the ego for them. I'm not sure, but it's like, it's like, well, are we there yet? And all this like shit. Oh, yeah, it is a bit ego, isn't it? I think. Like, I'm not a
mm,
developmental psychologist or child psychologist, but like, I think they do have that. But anyway, it'd be like, oh, have you got a monkey in your mind? And it's like, tell it to go away.
mm. With love.
With love.
With
Give it
love.
give it a hug and tell it to go away.
Yeah,
But then if anything, then they might recognize later on because for anyone that's having dark thoughts or intrusive thoughts, I mean, like I feel for you and like if you're struggling with them, because when I was 18, 19, I really struggled with them, and that's what nearly led me to committing suicide. I mean, I did attempt because I was horrified with what was going on in my head. And I didn't, it was like I didn't have any thoughts like that until the age of 18, 19. So it was just like boom. I was like, fuck, I'm like mentally ill. This is schizophrenia, or this is, it wasn't voices, but like even if it fucking were, it doesn't matter.
mhm.
Um, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is all this shit, these dark thoughts?
Mm,
All these thoughts, and I did remember seeing a video about like OCD, as thoughts, like intrusive thoughts, I was like, okay, at least other people are going through this. So know that we all go through it. It's a human thing.
Mm.
And but like you don't have to engage with it, and it's okay, whatever
Mm.
thoughts they are, however fucking disgusting they are, however like horrifying they are, it's okay, it's not you. And yeah, just
It's,
know that.
yeah, I'd say it's not you, but if you try and reject it as not you, it's gonna persist because it's completely valid. We all seem to be wanting to move towards the good stuff, to move towards love and acceptance and all that stuff. It's like
Yeah.
that seems to be a universal thing that everyone wants, but they're doing that by running away from what they perceive as bad. But they're both two sides of the same coin.
Mm, mm,
If
mm,
you if you're constantly pushing away the dark thoughts,
mm.
then the good thoughts it's like you can't really force them because
No,
it's
but
dark. Yeah.
yeah, but pushing is force. So like you're not pushing them away, but you're letting them go. You're just letting them
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
And you can even engage with them. I've laughed at them sometimes. I've been like, oh, that's fucking funny, and then carried on.
Yeah.
But other times I've like suffered with them because it's like I'm too engaged. And you can engage in two ways. You can engage with them by believing them, or you can engage with them by resisting them. And so
Mhm.
the point isn't to resist them either,
Mm.
because then you're giving them more power. You're feeding the monster. And it's like it's just your darkness, essentially. Like the way I related it to, so, you know, Amanda opened up to me recently that she was having these dark thoughts as if it was like a new thing, and I was like, oh, babe, like bless you, like don't worry, like I've been struggling with this, well, struggling, I struggled with it when I was 18, 19, and then learned about it. And still, when you have those bad days and it's there and you're too engaged in the ego and
Mm.
you're just in the maze of importance, right?
Mm.
And it's just like, it's like, fuck, I'll just go to sleep, and I just, I've been able to talk her through it. And at the age of nearly 33, she'd never like known that it was really a whole human experience, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And so she thought there was something wrong with her. And I'm like,
Mm.
no, no, not at all. And I said, and in fact, if you now just close your eyes and you come out of your head and you go into what you feel right now, is it quieter? She's like, yeah. I said, what do you feel right now? And then like there's the emotional release, because those those thoughts tend to be when you're escaping the present moment, you're escaping the uncomfortable sensations, because like to be present, I know when I'm present a lot of the time, given some personal challenges, when I can feel all the sensations, and then but at least I'm out of my head, I'm in my body, right?
Mm.
Because if you escape it and run to your head, your mind is trying to comprehend the emotional, the irrational,
Mm.
and it's not good. It's not built for that. It's no. So another way is also to just come into your body again,
Mm.
right? That would I would say is probably a very quick fire technique, let's say, to just come in, and then it's uncomfortable here. You've got resistance, you've got this because you're feeling like shit. That's okay. It's all right. That's all right. It's
And
all right.
that's, I guess that's why you have some people that are like, well, I'm just numb to everything. It's because they're all up here. And the idea of going into the body is so alien to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But it's like it's your fucking anchor to the present moment because it's always here.
Yeah. I want you to talk to me like you were talking to me on Discord.
Mm.
Fuck you.
I feel like I am. So
You're just adding an extra layer of silky soothness to your
silky,
voice. And you do have a voice for
silky
fucking radio, mate.
smooth.
Yeah,
I do
oh,
have that radio
that
voice.
bass.
Uh-huh.
That
Um,
bass in the voice.
yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, it's
for
yeah, go on.
me, it's like, can you just accept absolutely everything that's here right now? You know,
Mm,
like not like just yeah. And I don't think it can't be any more complicated than that.
mm, mm.
It really is that simple.
Yeah, you said something before which I really liked was like you are under no obligation to choose to engage with any of those thoughts.
Yeah, to
Like,
believe any of them.
and you're completely free to choose the ones that serve you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's just you've built a habit of believing them all up till
and also it kind of feeds your shitty self-concept
mm,
because then you get to believe that you are, a victim or that you are worthless or not good enough or anything like that. And that's because again, it's up here and you're not going through this here. And
mm,
the minute you say that it's okay and whatever you're going through is all right and those sensations are valid and the thoughts are valid, um, and then you realize as well that you have the choice, you're in the driving seat. And you also set that boundary with yourself. It's like there's a huge part of the population I feel that just lets that kind of run away with them, and just like giving all this power away to these stories
mm,
that were, probably put there by other people, when you were bullied or by your parents or by teachers or whatever it is. And,
mm,
I empathize with that and have been through that myself and so have you, right? So like it's but it's not your weakness, actually. It's your power. It's your power. Like if you've gone through shit, if you've been through something and you're able to go through it, through all of that, I promise you on the other side, you're like a fucking machine, yeah, you're just I don't know, it's untouchable. It's untouchable. And then even when you get there, then some other thing happens like with me and then it was like fuck, I got humbled because I thought, I made it. And then like I had to go through this whole other ordeal and it's like fuck, here we go again. Like I would have never been ready to go through what I went through, like let's say in the last 6 to 8 months, if I hadn't gone through all of the other previous shit. So I would have never been ready for that. And so, universe, God, whatever, has given me this test to
mm,
sharpen me.
mm,
And I know what's on the other side, and as horrible as it's been to go through it, it's like I know what's on the other side. Power,
mm.
power.
Yeah, man. And one thing I'd like to stipulate and just because I don't see it as there's this great power.
Put it in the terms and conditions.
Yeah, there's no great power outside of you that's giving you a test.
No.
It's just that everything's responding to where you're at.
Yeah.
So if you're not free, it will present to you situations to trigger
I,
that.
I have another stipulation. If you are
Yeah.
not free, it does not mean that something is caging you. You are caging yourself.
Yes.
You're
That's
not
the
free, but you're not free by your own choosing. So ask yourself why that is,
mm,
and choose.
mm.
Choose
And
what you want.
yeah, exactly. And so these things that happen that trigger you are here for your freedom when you
Yeah.
perceive it that way.
Hmm.
Like, oh fuck, I've been triggered by this. I'm emotionally attached. This is just pointing me to something that's within me already
Mm.
that I can let go of.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And
And
that's because
so,
how we relate to our emotions is what's the word for it? Like has been ruined because as a society in general, emotions are like ooh, and like you're seen as weaker if you have emotions, or especially as a man,
mm,
and like anger and things like that gets beaten out of you or gets like, you're not allowed to express that kind of thing. and then you do get you can blame society all you want and your upbringing and school and the school system and it's the system and all of that shit. But then we get into like identity politics and separation again. It's like that's not going to help you. That's not going to serve you. What will serve you is realizing that you do have a choice still.
Hmm.
No matter the trauma you've been through, no matter the shit you've been through, I promise you, you have a choice still.
Hmm.
We've been through our fair share.
Yeah.
So we're not speaking from a place of like
Hmm.
that we've never been through something.
Mm.
And like we're on the other side of it and we're constantly working at it
Yeah.
and constantly dissecting and reverse engineering the dynamics of all of this. It's like spiritual dynamics. I
Hmm.
kind of like that word.
That's
It's like
yeah.
yeah, it's like spiritual dynamics. We're like figuring all this stuff out, but like as we said before, we are not in any way, like shape or form, someone to be like revered or anything like that. We're just two normal guys going on our path, and we're sharing that with you
Hmm.
and sharing what we've learned. And we happen to be fantastic coaches, shameless plug, um, because we've been through the shit. Like nothing's
And
worse than a therapist.
yeah, and still am
No, yeah, and
daily.
still are there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If oh, by the way, people, like this for the audience, if a therapist or a coach says they do not need a coach or a therapist, run,
Hmm.
run, run,
Hmm.
run, because they don't reach some fucking holy place just because they're a coach or a therapist or a psychologist or whatever it is. They especially should be having a support system as well.
Hmm.
So that's just FYI out there.
Mm.
Um, yeah, because that's
But
quite a
you can only help someone else to the level that you've helped yourself, really.
yeah, like I think authentically, yes, because you've been through those doors and then you can actually walk someone, you can guide someone through that. It's like psychonauts, for example, like people who are very experienced with psychedelics. It's like they they can easily tell what's going on and what's happening and you know what I mean? And like so when they facilitate someone who's never done it, that person's gonna have a much better experience because they're guiding them through all of this, all of
Mm.
these doorways, and they're like, okay, don't go here, let's go this way. We're not opening that door today, kind of thing. Like blah blah blah, and they know they're in
Mm.
tune. And it's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And it's not really a case of, well, I've as a coach, I will have had to have gone through exactly the same experiences as you to be able to relate. It's not really that at all. It's that we all have our own individual story, but the
mm,
underlying themes are always the same.
mm,
Always there's a feeling that I'm avoiding.
mm.
And
And
it's
if you just tuned in and you were expecting stuff about manifestation, we're here to tell you that this is this is what's going to actually get you, like this is what's actually working.
Mhm.
Working because this is all about your self-concept. Sorry, Jamie, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah.
I can hear the people say it. Let Jamie cook. Stop
Yeah.
interrupting him.
Look, got my ham with sausages. Yeah, man. And it's like the pull can be, how can I fix myself? How can I manipulate thought and get all wrapped up in that and try and really hammer against the wall again,
Good
like we
luck it.
we
Good
did in
luck.
the first video, how like
Yeah.
just my head against the wall. Eventually, I'll figure out how it all works, so I can then perfect my technique, and then this feeling of not enough, this feeling of lack will suddenly change because I'll get the thing that fulfills that. It's never going to happen because you're making that your God. You're making
Yeah.
that the source of your happiness.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. You're going to be stuck in suffering forever. It has to come from within.
And simply because you're bypassing.
Yeah, you're
But
bypassing the idea that it or you already have
mm,
all of the stuff and all of the feelings that you could possibly
yeah.
want when it comes
It,
to happiness and satisfaction and peace and love and
mm,
all that stuff,
mm,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
And
You,
if any, and if the idea of that triggers you,
mm,
that's good. Can you move towards that feeling?
yes, yes. And those that do are rewarded, by the way, because it takes courage. Make
Mm.
no mistake, it takes courage. It does take courage. And, everyone who is on this path has my utmost respect always. Because for us, it was opening Pandora's box. And you can never close that fucking lid again.
No.
You can never close that lid again. But you know what? I never would. I never would. I never would because this is real. This is authentic. This is everything. And then like you become a fully fucking integrated human being as well.
Yeah.
And then like being able to wield power. And of course, with great power comes great responsibility, as I love to say.
Hmm.
I love to quote Spider-Man in that. But it's like, yes, then choose what you do with that power. Like you can help anyone and everyone, and even if you don't want to be a helping professional, it's just because of your energy, because of your vibe, you can lift someone up.
Hmm.
Like you said the other day when you were on the other episode when you were at your friends and you had that interaction when you were leaving,
Hmm.
right? And I said about this guy, this drug user, or like a addict that was near to the tram station when I was going home after work many years ago, and like I met him with 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 just he's a human being, and
Hmm.
like my presence, and I gave him the space for 5 minutes because my tram was coming. Like 5 minutes, we had a chat, and then I shook his hand
Hmm.
and gave and like I don't know, his eyes just fucking lit up, like the cloudiness of his eyes just disappeared, and I was like, whoa,
Mm.
and it's like you can do so much and not even realize simply by by being you
Yeah.
and by accepting yourself, and like what you said before about having all of the love and the peace and everything is within you, and these like sensations and dark thoughts and this bypassing. What I meant with the bypassing was like, people are entering this field, especially like with significant persons, and they're attached to that because it has to be that person. It's like, no, the point is if you do want to make the order for that specific person, you better be non-attached as fuck, because otherwise you're going to push them away.
Hmm.
Like, because you should already have everything inside of yourself, and you're saying that that person is more important than you,
Yeah.
and God does not reward that.
No.
Well, it will reward it with the experience of that person is more important than you because it's omnipotent, like the force, the field, the universe, whatever you
Mm.
want to call it, God.
And if it
Like,
just responds to your energy, and so
yeah.
that's the energy
So
embodying, then that's what you're looking.
So what I meant with emotional bypassing is that they enter the you many people enter this space, and I did when I first read The Secret back when I was like 19, 20.
Mm.
And it was like it became a sickness because it was like I entered this space like with like this, oh, if I affirm, if I do this, and I was just doing what, people were telling me, this works, and I was like, okay, like I'm trying it, I'm doing it. But what I wasn't doing, I was not aware of at that time, and what I was unconsciously doing was, or not doing, was not going into my identity and what I currently believed and saw myself in the world as, and my future, and also my perceptions and everything, like my self-concept,
Mm.
and all of that emotion and everything. I was bypassing it, and it doesn't feel good when you do that, and then it can be real because you think, oh, if I affirm enough, if I meditate enough, if I don't know, if I become a spiritual person, like let me tell you, you do not have to become some spiritual high vibe, high,
Mm.
for anything. Like you can if that's your choice, like spiritual clothing, whatever, wear the
Yeah.
rock. I have a rock. I
Tarot,
have a
all that
I
stuff.
have a rock that I even wear with my nicest shirts, like because I love that rock. But like it just be you,
Yeah.
and then you will be rewarded with you because being you signals that you are enough, and then you will get everything that signals that you are enough. right? Like the reflection. But yeah, I remember like just I realized that later down the road that I was bypassing
Mm,
a lot of that, and then that's why, I was coaching in a completely different space before you came up with I am, and then like I just to give people a little bit of an overview here as well is like we talk a lot about shadow work, we talk a lot about self-concept is part of the law of assumption, but because it's Jamie and I recognized that in the manifestation space and law of assumption, law of attraction, there is a void that needs to be, or like an education that needs to be had, which is yes, you can affirm and everything like that, but only if you truly believe it and it feels good, right? And like you can do all of that as permission slips. But if you're doing it and avoiding what is and still telling yourself that you're not good enough, how the fuck do you expect to manifest that SP? Or how the fuck do you expect to manifest that $1 million? You don't believe that you're worth $1 million. You need to believe that you're worth $1 million. So believe that first.
mm,
And
mhm.
then you'll get the $1 million, and the chances are you won't give a fuck about that $1 million as well,
Yeah.
because you already feel like $1 million, and you're like, and then you realize, oh wow, my priorities have also been all kind of, I thought I wanted $1 million, but what I actually wanted to do is to feel this way inside. Because
Mm,
I can get by with $10,000 a month. I don't need a million. What do I need a million for?
mm.
Like
Yeah. But
for the sake of
if
it.
you were still like if you're still like, oh, this is fun, I fancy a million, then
Well,
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you then use that to leverage it to fucking do cool shit, then fucking by all means, I'm not saying no. But like
yeah.
I'm saying, like for me, I thought because I ran e-commerce when I was younger, I was doing this drop shipping and like I was following these guys and these fucking guys at 22 millionaires retired their parents. I believed everything I saw on those videos and didn't see the whole picture as well. So, but then, and I did make money. I did make money, but like I was chasing the money, and then I fizzled out because I didn't love it. I didn't love it enough,
Mm,
and like because I don't align with just doing money. Like some people do, that's great. All power to you, but there was something missing. So when it got tough, I gave up because there wasn't enough keeping me there.
mm,
Whereas coaching and setting up a business in coaching has been challenging, but I've never ever looked back.
mm,
Ever,
mm.
ever. So yeah, that's me. I cooked. Your turn.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's like, are you wanting the things because you want them, or are you wanting the things because you feel like you're lacking a feeling that you think the thing
Mm,
will give you?
mm,
And that might trigger some people. I know it triggered me to go, well, that means I've got to give up the thing, ever having the thing.
yeah.
And that's not what we're saying at all.
Mm,
Is giving up the idea that the thing will enhance you in any way whatsoever.
yeah. Giving up the need for it.
Mm,
Choose it. Choose it because you choose it. Because you have the power to choose that, and that's fine.
mm,
But not because you need it.
mm.
Like need that energy there, like need it. You know?
Yeah, the idea that this moment is not good enough without it.
There you go.
So you're saying that what is here right now is lacking.
Yeah.
And if you're not all right with this moment, with whatever the fuck happens in this moment, then you're going to keep experiencing the idea that this moment is not good.
And it's each and every moment. And that's the cool thing
Mhm.
as well, right? You can then change that with a choice
Yep.
immediately
Mm.
because it's only moment by moment. That's what people don't get. They think that it's a fixed timeline where it's like they believe this, right? What you've just said. And therefore they are condemned to that for like a day or two or a month or a year. It's like, no, you can literally go, boom, done,
Yeah.
gone. I'm
Yeah.
powerful now, and it's like, it's fucking insane.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, we have this thing, you know what I mean? Like we have this thing where we think, oh no, this is me now. And it's like
Yeah, yeah.
we suffer through it for I don't know how long, and then if we do come out through the other side, then it's like, no, actually I can choose right now.
And I feel a lot of that is just coming from conditioning.
Mm,
You've practiced being this human being that's been a certain way, kind of. Although you've changed a lot.
mm,
Sure you all have. For like, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years,
mm,
you know? So that side of you wants to live, wants to hold
mm,
on for dear life because it's been that way for so long and you've
mm,
been safe. The idea of that monkey inside you that's like doesn't feel safe and being the way you are without it and stopping any kind of change,
mm,
self-sabotage, all that kind of shit is
mm.
its way of maintaining that control
Yeah,
to keep
status
you
quo.
safe.
Yeah.
But can you flip it on its head and almost thank it? This is what came up for me last night is can I be grateful for it?
Mm,
Thank you so much for looking after me this long, but you're not needed anymore.
mm,
I do still need you. You still have a place because I want to feel that fear that gets moves me out of the way of the car or the bus that's about to hit me. I want that pang of fear. Yeah. I want that pang of anger that if someone's disrespected me and crossed a boundary.
yeah.
Yeah. I want to feel a bit of guilt if I've fallen out of alignment and actually upset someone in a way and I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mm,
But the constant fear, anger, guilt, shame that's just happening
mm,
in response to thoughts that are just going over and over and over and over. Although the thing that supposedly would be triggering them is just not here. It's just in your
mm,
fucking head. That can stop.
mm.
And I can choose.
Yeah.
And it's okay just to give it permission to feel
Mm,
safe.
yeah.
And that's the bit that can be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
Um, can you just pause here so I can go to the loo?
yeah, yeah.
Hang on. Yeah.
There we go.
Where were you, bro?
Yeah. Where were we at? Yeah. So it's like teaching that monkey side of ourselves that it's safe.
Mm,
And then all the law of assumption-y shit, like affirming, visualizing, setting an assumption, makes sense.
yeah.
And it's easy because you recognize that the resistance to that is just the ego. The
Mm,
idea of you feeling delusional is
yeah.
just something the ego's thrown up at you.
Mm, yeah.
And then
Exactly.
it becomes fun.
Yeah. 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 It's funny that, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Because it's supposed to be, at the end of the day, why would you embark on something like this and then it be a fucking pain just to keep proving to yourself that it's difficult? It's
Mm,
not.
hmm
You're making it difficult. And like there's a way to address that, which is to actually stop ignoring what's real, start ignoring, the authentic and become authentic. And when you are, you will get what's authentic. Like it's amazing.
mm,
It's a beautiful experience.
mm,
And then each choice is what's authentic and aligned with you as well. You become very empowered. And like we were talking before about like choice and like if people are still feeling like they can't make a choice because that they feel like they're hard done by and the world is against them and they're a victim. Like again, we've been there. Um, just realize that that's because you haven't taken ownership. I don't mean that some things were your fault, but ownership, like seek ownership in everything. Even if someone hurt you, right? Seek ownership in that. Like, why did you let that person into your life? Why did you not have the boundaries in place to protect yourself,
Mm,
right? And then you have more to learn and grow there. And then you add more tools to your toolbox essentially, or more like, you know, and then, also with boundaries, you are signaling what you're worth as well. You're saying, I'm worth this, I'm worth something, I'm worth being treated with respect, and I won't tolerate this, you know. Um, so yeah, take some fucking responsibility, some ownership for things. Because if you keep walking around like, the world owes you something, but you're blaming the world for this or that, and it is gonna be difficult,
mm,
essentially, because you have to realize it all has kind of been your choice. It's all been from you, not even kind of, you know,
mm,
like it's all been you. You've been choosing that experience, and it's okay. It's like, why the fuck would I choose the experience of, being hurt and victim? And I don't know, your soul had something to learn, I guess. Um, you know, maybe it was a burden that was put on you when you were very young, and it's been unconscious,
mm,
like for a lot of people, but it's not yours. It's not your baggage. Like, don't take someone else's baggage. You know what I mean? People come at you like that, or your parents, or whatever. Like, it's not your baggage.
no,
It's not your baggage. And if people insist on trying to dump that baggage on you in a toxic way, and especially if they're not also open to change and to grow, then fuck that. Like, you're protect your energy,
mm,
and then you will attract the right people, you'll attract the right partners, you'll attract everything. Like, really. It's it's like that. Yeah. So again, like, what me and Jamie saw, as coaches, and I was coaching in a completely different space, and Jamie introduced me to the law of assumption, which I liked a whole lot better than the whole space of the law of attraction.
mm,
At least in the angle, or I don't know, just the way it was presented. And then we did recognize that there's just a lot of you are really like trying, and you want a better life, and like, it really hurts me to see that you're getting the wrong information or incomplete information
mm,
as well. And yeah, and that that if you're still struggling, then when you're here listening to this, then it's because you've been avoiding this, the self-concept.
mm,
um Maybe for those people, those other YouTubers and that, for them it is working to affirm because they already have a strong self-concept.
mm,
You know what I mean? But perhaps you don't. But they don't know that that's part of it. Perhaps they're not aware, the teachers or the people, giving those lessons of whatever. Like, you have to affirm, you have to do this, you have to,
mm.
um, you know, maybe
Because
they're not.
that can be very much like I need to do this and then eventually I'll be fixed.
Yeah, yeah. But the people who are running
Mm,
that channel, they might already have a very solid self-concept, and they might even be. It's not that they're evil and they're not telling you. It's like they might even be unaware that the self-concept is part of it, but they just happen to have a great self-concept, so it's working.
mhm,
I'm not saying they're lying to you. What
mhm,
I'm saying is that if it's not working for you, here's the deal: self-concept.
mhm,
And, yeah, now we're focused on helping people in this space because, first of all, they're all people in this space. Like, it's like people who want a better life, and that's great. That's admirable. People who want to grow, people who want something more. So,
mm. But how do you feel about the life that's right in front of you?
there he comes in
Yeah.
and ruined it. He ruined my moment. I was being romantic. I was being romantic, Jamie, but go on, hit them with the baseball bat.
Oh yeah, because this is what you've got. It's what you've got.
Mm.
right now? How do you think you can force your way into something better if what's in front of you is not enough? How has not being enough got you so far?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
Mm. Oh. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and also like just to reiterate that you don't have to be something else as well. Like just be you. You don't have to be like a, as I said before, like a spiritual, wear crystals or have, dream catchers in your room or, just, learn more about yourself and then express yourself in the way that you wish to express yourself.
Mm.
Whatever that is, and that's valid. Um, you don't have to be. It's great that you look after your body, that you eat right, that you exercise and all of that, and you know, um, but
Mm.
it's also not a requirement.
There's no
It's
there's
not a
no
condition.
there's no have tos. There's
Yeah, there's no condition, no condition,
no.
no condition because we're all born with that right,
Mm.
that power. We're all born with it, no matter what, no matter what, and we're all granted that access
Mm.
just because
Mm.
we exist.
Mm.
That's how cool it can be, just because we exist.
Yeah, man. And and I can what popped up for me then was someone might say, "Well, aren't you telling us that we should feel our feelings then? Isn't that a condition?"
Mm,
Um,
it's a good one.
but haven't you been telling yourself all along that you shouldn't feel,
Mm,
that you can't feel,
yeah.
making that condition?
And I'd like to preface it or, caveat that we're not telling you anything. Like,
Mm.
just experience it for yourself, try it. If you're here, chances are that you're still seeking. So if you wish to stop seeking, then just try it. Try it and see for yourself. It might be your jam, it might not be. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, but we can only speak from our experience for what's worked for us.
Mhm.
And that's what we'll hold ourselves to
Yeah,
as
man.
well. We're not speaking from any kind of theory or, we've read books, we're studying A Course in Miracles just out of professional curiosity as well.
Yeah.
All of these things are great, but like we've lived it. We've lived it, we've experienced it, we are it. And we've been through those doors and we're no better or worse than anyone else. We're just maybe behind in the path than a lot of people. Like there's people further ahead, a bit further along, and there's people who are, further behind. And like, if you want to kind of get here quicker, we're just offering our 2 cents on this.
Yeah, man.
And also this comes from results with clients as well. Like this has been tested. This has been tested, replicated, right? So it's not just isolated incidents. And it's coming from two people that had a shitty self-concept for a lot of their lives, you know,
Mm.
like really shitty self-concept.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was my caveat.
Yeah, man. I think it's it's just yeah. It's like, do you just want peace?
Mm,
Is that what you really want? You say you want all
mm,
this shit. You want your life to be better, but beyond all of that, doesn't peace of mind just sound top notch?
mm. Yeah.
That's something I've recognized recently, and it's just my chief desire that kind of like that completely swamps everything else.
Yeah. Yep. Because if you think about it, you think you want the money, you think you want the SP, you think you want that, but ask yourself what is behind that? What will that give you?
Hmm.
And then when you figured that out, so like with the SP, it's love. Okay, give it to yourself first.
Hmm.
Then see if you still want that SP.
Hmm.
And if you do, great. But then at least you're fulfilled already, and you're moving into a relationship fulfilled rather than trying to complete yourself with someone else.
Yeah.
And then if it's the money, okay, abundance and wealth, okay. What? How would you feel having that money?
Hmm.
Like relaxed, set. Okay, how does that feel? Amazing. Okay.
Mm.
Live from there.
Hmm.
Live from there. You already have it. You don't need that $1 million. Now,
Mm.
because you don't need it to fulfill you, chances are, if you live from there already, you attract it,
Hmm.
you know.
Mm.
But it won't become as important to you, and that's the point. It won't be as important to you. It won't be as important to you. You get there and you're like, ah, well, fuck it. Like I'm actually good. I'm good. I feel great. This is all I've wanted. And like when I first came into the law of assumption thing, making the orders and all of this, like for me, what felt right for myself, what my kind of alignment was in, if all I can feel, if all I can do is live from this bliss, this feeling of bliss, I don't need anything else.
Mm.
Because I occupied that space. I occupied that space by focusing on feeling abundant already and feeling love already and feeling acceptance and feeling all of those things that I wished. So I was testing it out and like, yeah, then bliss. And then I was like, fuck, if this is it, then I'm good.
Mm.
If this is all it is, then I'm good.
Mm.
It's been really interesting to then apply that into coaching, actually, like make a model for it into coaching.
Mm.
Um,
So, do you get to bliss by kind of doing a technique or making yourself get there? Or
no,
is it the surrender of everything else?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Because I can see how some people can look at what you just said and said, "Oh, I need to force myself to be blissful then," which is the
no,
trap I fell into yonks ago, like
yeah,
law of attraction.
yeah, yeah. But bliss doesn't mean high vibe or top or like positive all the time.
Mm.
It doesn't mean that. Keep it authentic.
Mm.
Bliss can also be that you're reveling in like righteous anger and it feels good,
Mm.
And as long as you're not destructing, like hurting anyone or anything, then
Mm.
then like that's okay. And that's bliss too. It feels like bliss. Actually, it feels powerful. Feels good. Feels good to occupy that.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, not forcing it. There's no force to be had.
Mm.
Like if you force it, then you're saying that you don't have it.
It's just it's like the full acceptance and embodiment of whatever's present.
Yeah, and I just think like focusing on abundance instead of a certain number or monetary value and focusing on love instead of an SP, like that's less like likely for people to be attached to, which will allow them to occupy it with less force. That's what I experienced.
Mm.
And then I was like, oh, cool. And then think shit happened. And I was like, okay, this works. Yeah, fuck. So wow, yeah. So and you've got to find your own way. Like take what I say with a pinch of salt. Like that's how I found. If making the order feels good, do it. If journaling feels good, do it. If affirming feels good, do it.
Yeah,
If it feels good,
very
if it
individual.
feels good and aligned, is it aligned?
Is it
Is it
authentic?
aligned? Is it
Mm.
authentic? Yeah, like
Mm.
those are your filters, your calibrators or like KPIs or whatever the fuck is like, is it aligned? Is it authentic? Yeah.
Yeah, KPI. How authentic have I been today on this line graph?
Exactly.
Um, yeah, man. Yeah. And that was one of the traps I fell into was like, there's got to be a specific way of doing this right. And I've got to find the right way. And all these different people say these different ways of doing it,
Yeah.
talk about these different ideas and concepts. Where's that one guy that knows the real way to do it that works? Not realizing that it's actually my way. It's the way that feels natural and real and authentic to me
Mm,
that is my way.
mm, mm,
Not allowing anyone outside of me to tell me
mm.
this is the way you should do it. Should
It is,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. And again, it's a very individual manifestation. Like it's stop looking for answers outside of yourself. It's individual. You get to have the autonomy to tell yourself and direct your life and create your reality. That's why we're doing this, right? That's why you're here, because you wish to create your reality. So start creating it by being the decider and saying, no, like this is what I want.
Mm.
And like getting clear on what you want is also a good thing. And like getting clear but also accepting it in the sense of like, yeah, it's okay to want $1 million. Yes.
Mhm.
There's any guilt around that or shame because it's like, oh, well, there you go. You're not gonna
Mm. Yeah.
what's that gonna do?
And then there's nothing wrong with that guilt or shame being there. It's like, are you entertaining it? Are you identifying with it? Are you resisting it?
Yeah.
It's like, I want this, but oh, I don't like that feeling.
Mm.
And then you're not really like owning it, are you?
Yeah.
We had this big realization recently. It's like, can you accept that you actually want it? Because you say you want it, but then can you actually just go, yeah, I fucking want this.
Mm.
I actually do want this and accept it.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Be okay with it. Give
Mm.
yourself permission.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. How are we
Amazing.
feeling? Is this, I feel like we've come
To
more,
a natural end.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome, guys. Well,
Yeah. There we go.
you know, do reach out if you want to have a chat. We've got a masterclass on our website.
Yes.
There'll be a link down below.
Yeah. Thanks for listening and as well reach out. Like we like to interact with people. So
Mm.
we're very approachable and thank you. Thank if you've made it this far as well and however many seconds you watched with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sweet man.
Peace out.
Peace.